So, what role would I turn down because of my morals? I can't really truly say that is one particular role that I would turn down because of my morals. I think it just really just comes down to any artist, anyone out there that's listening, anyone that wants to be a part of this entertainment field. You have to go into it kind of knowing exactly who you are. And when I say knowing who you are, knowing your limits, knowing what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with, and being okay to voice that and express that in the best way possible. I think it's really important that if you know your limits, if you know your boundaries, and you are comfortable in expressing that to whoever it is that you're working with, then you'll never ever find yourself going outside of that threshold. And you can still remain true to yourself, because really that's what it comes down to. When you know their self, I always say, to thine own self be true. You're not going to go outside of those limits that do not represent your best self.
Now it's a video.
I'm Vernae, reporting to you live from Hillside, New Jersey, with Brother Noise and LJ, also known as Lyrical Justifier. We in here.
Jersey in the home.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. So what am I doing? We're actually doing it in here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're doing the
Oh,
same
so
thing.
I need to move my stuff, my junk. So what is it like working with Greg? Gregory L. Hines. Yes, the filmmaker. Working with him has been, it's been amazing, because when we first met, we met at a film festival, and I kind of just introduced myself. I think I had my comm cards, and I had, some other information with me, and I kind of just had my little pitch, and I knew exactly what it is that I want to say and how I want to represent myself. And you're exchanging business cards and information with a lot of people, and they say, oh yeah, we'll call you, and yeah, I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to be doing that, and it's very rarely did that person actually really reach out. So what I liked about Gregory is that he actually reached out, and we got to work very quickly, and he really wanted to make sure that I was comfortable from the very beginning, whether it be on the film set, whether we're in the studio, and he wanted to know, okay, well, what is your opinion on this particular work or this song or these lyrics? What do you get out of it? How do you feel? He was really interested in me being a part of the creative process, and he wanted to make sure that I was also comfortable. And I think that's very important, especially when you're working with any female in this business, to make sure that they're comfortable. So I definitely took notice of that at an early point in our collaborations and our work together, so that really set a standard moving forward whenever we were in the studio or if we were on set. So, oh my gosh, how would I measure success? That's a loaded question, but I'll try to give you the short answer. The short answer is that, success is however you define it. Success is setting out to do something, right? To accomplish something, to obtain something, and getting it done, fulfilling the mission, whatever that might be. Because sometimes people have small goals, they have short-term goals, they have long-term goals. Sometimes they're really, really massive, unbelievable goals. And it's okay. It's okay to dream big, and it's okay to even think of things, in smaller increments, right? But it's something about just hitting the mark that just makes it success to me. And I'll use an example like this. For example, I write to-do lists every day, or every night, I should say, for the next day, or even for the up and coming week, whether it be short-term things that I need to get done within the next couple of days, or if it's further out, within weeks. But I cannot tell you how successful I feel when I've checked something off, or I put, a mark through it, to know that I accomplish it, and that I did what it is that I set out to do. So to me, that's what success is, and that's how I measure it. I can't measure it up against what anybody else is doing, because success is really an inside job. Success is really about you, and it's about what it is that you want to do, and it's about who it is that you want to be in the world and how you want to project that to the world, and making sure that everything that you're doing is aligned with the goal that you had set, or the image that you had set for yourself, and making sure that you stay true to that. So that's really important. So my best advice to anyone that's looking to become an actress or an actor, again, it's the same thing as I've been saying for this entire interview, that you have to be true to yourself. You have to go into this business knowing who it is that you are. And if you don't know who you are, it's a bit of a struggle as you're coming into the business, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you who you are. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to try to create their own idea of what it is that they want you to be. So you have to kind of have a sense of vision of who it is that you are and who it is that you want to become, right? Because we're constantly evolving, we're constantly improving, and we're constantly growing and developing. And to me, that's also another way that I measure success. How is it that I've grown? And in doing that, when you have that vision, you won't allow anyone to tell you who you are. You won't allow anyone to push you to the limit to do anything that you're not comfortable with. You won't allow anyone to make you feel less than you are. So just always know who you are, always believe in yourself, never ever give up. And if there's something that you want, and if it's worth having, you are going to work hard for it. So continue to work at it, continue to grow, surround yourself with people that are doing what it is that you're doing. We call it like-minded people. But you also want to surround yourself around people that are doing better, that have been places that you haven't been, have seen things that you haven't seen, because that's another way for you to gain the confidence and the initiative and I guess you could say, the gumption to dream big and to go big. Now go home. So, if I wasn't doing entertainment, what would I be doing? Listen, there's no possible way. There's no possible way that I would not be doing this. Again, they said I started talking, or singing, I guess you could say, at 2. And I just never stopped. And once I started talking, I never stopped. And I was performing since 5. I was singing all throughout middle school, high school, college. And then right out of college, I began my acting career, and I was doing musical theater on stage. And then I really began taking film seriously probably within the last year. And from there, I did more stage, I did more background, I sang more in church, more in leading in praise and worship and ministry. And it's just been, everything is full circle. It's just been this evolution of me. And there's no other place I'd rather be than just being my authentic self within my artistry, within the gifts and the skills that God has given me. I think it's really important that I'm grateful for the God-given talents that I have, and understanding that these talents and these gifts are not for me to hold on to and to bury and to hide. It's for me to share with the world. So in doing that, if there's anything that I can do in the scope of the gifts and talents that I have that are deeply embedded in me, if there's anything that I have that can inspire and empower someone else, then that's exactly what I should be doing. So I continue to work at it, and I hope to just write more books and finish an album and continue to just be the passionate, artistic being that I was born to be. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys having me, and I thank you so much for asking me to come and for me being here. And